that I've just brought up is I watched a University Talk, and they were trying to get safe spots around the campus for men, because basically they didn't feel safe around campus, etc. This woman, who was an open lesbian woman, who she actually said it out loud in the thing, said that men don't need safe spots around the campus because the world is a safe spot for men. That's bollocks. I'm not being funny, but I know you're an open lesbian and you're a feminist, but that's shit. It's crap. And I will tell you now, it's crap. Because we had a guy in our area, I didn't know him obviously, but in our area where we live, a guy died from like a fight. And he died. It was a man-on-man brawl. That he weren't safe. That's not a safe spot for a man, is it? He died from that. But she's saying that the world's a safe spot for men. So, number one fact I've just proven, that's a load of bollocks. Second fact, she said that she's an open lesbian woman and she wears obviously skimpy clothing and she can't walk down the campus without men verbally whistling at her, harassing her, etc. Some of the harassment words were obviously that she looks good, black, black. I'm not being funny, but that ain't harassment. If I was wearing clothes that accented my lady figure, my boobs and my bum, and I got complimented and people were whistling at me and shouting, "Oh, check you out," that wouldn't be offensive to me. That would be actually a very big compliment. That's not harassment. That's just you being pathetic about it. That is them complimenting you for being the woman that you are, for being comfortable in your own body. So 2 bollocks. The third one, she doesn't feel safe because men do this. Did they come up and touch you? No. Did they come up and grope you? No. Did they come and try and sexually harass you? No. They gave you verbal harassment, which is actually considered complimenting, whistling at you, which is again a compliment, and they didn't come up and approach you and try touching you and try getting all jiggy with you. They didn't. It's a load of shit. So basically, this woman who was actually running this university meeting, she basically put her in a place and told her to fuck off, which I totally agree with. Because again, that is a lot of shit what she came out with. Men have just as many rights as women do, and the thing what feminism is trying to teach us is that women need to overrule everything. This is basically what they're teaching us. My second fact, I watched a video about a man, it was a while ago, it was a scientist, and he managed to accomplish something. And with his accomplishment, they recorded it, they did a video interview with him, and he was wearing a t-shirt that symbolised a woman in a bikini holding a surfboard or something along those lines. And a few days later, he came up with a video wearing a different top, basically crying, and apologised to the women community because of said t-shirt being offensive. First fact, this t-shirt was created by a woman for said man. So how's it offensive to the whole women community when that one woman actually made him that t-shirt and was not offended by what was on it? Bollocks. Step 2. You are not allowed, because you are a feminist, to put a man in his place, put him down on something that he made a major achievement on, and put him in his place and make him apologise for wearing a shirt. Alright, then he should have been shirtless. Are you kidding me right now? This is a load of bollocks. Everything you say contradicts itself, and I will prove you wrong. Feminism, again, it's right in some ways and completely wrong in other ways. It pisses me off. You're putting YouTubers in their place because they're putting things up that are offensive to women, when I don't find anything that they put up offensive, and I'm a woman itself, so that's number 1 fact, that's bollocks. Number 2, if a YouTuber feels threatened, and they say basically they feel threatened, feminists come up and they fucking they flag the fucking video and complain about it, so then they get flagged. One of the guys that I follow called Red Pill Phil put something up about women fighting and men defending themselves. he was totally in his right. Fair enough. It did get done for not putting child restrictions on it, so he did put child restrictions on it. But this is my point. What he did was put child restrictions on it. He did what he was told, and then it was flagged again because someone found it offensive. Basically, feminism and feminists it's come up with a term saying they want to be put on the same level as men, treated the same as men. Men are this, men are this, men are that, men are that. Right, okay, they're putting you on the same level. So basically, there's this videos of women starting fights with men, it becoming verbal and then becoming physical, and men obviously defending themselves in said case. So I watched one where this woman was talking to a police officer. He said something to her, and she slapped him. Well, she said something, so just calm down. So she slapped him. She went, "What are you going to do? You're not going to hit me back because I'm a woman. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that." So he turns around and smacks her across the face. She hit him first. Self-defense. And second of all, he's law, so you're not supposed to hit a police officer because you can get in shit for that anyway, for abusing a police officer. So basically, she's fucked anyway from start. 1 point, bollocks. 2, a man who's driving a bus, who's actually taking people from one place to another, doing his job, is verbally abused by a woman and then physically attacked. So what does he do? He retaliates. He gets up out of his seat, slaps her, she falls and he pushes her off the bus, and a woman in the background says, "You can't do that, she's female." So what if she's female? He has the right to hit her back. He has the right to hit her back. She started first, and it's his job. He was defending himself. He was transporting her from one place to another because she wanted to go somewhere. Started abusing him, so he kicked her off the bus. He's perfectly entitled to. It's his job. So 2, bollocks. Number 3, another one that I watched. It's completely stupid. This fight starts outside like a burger bar or something like that. And this girl starts verbally abusing a guy. You can just see them chatting away, blah, 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 shouting at each other. And then she turns around and whacks him. She turns around and punches him in the face. So he turns around and punches her back. She goes through a window where she's leaning against. Yeah, fair enough, she went through a window, but 3, again, she started it. If a woman starts a fight with a man and she hits him, he's perfectly entitled to hit her back. If I went up and hit Will in the face for absolutely no reason at all, then fair enough, he can hit me back. I'm not going to stop him because I started it. If you start something, you get consequences. That is how it works. And if you don't like the consequences, then you don't do it. Simple as. It's all this bollocks coming upon bollocks coming upon bollocks. It's about the gaming industry as well. Number 1, I'll give you a point that's bollocks. Women in the gaming industry, there aren't that many in the gaming industry that work on games, apparently, according to feminists, because there are too many overly sexualised women in games. Okay. So if you see a woman who's got big boobs, a round bum, nice legs, tall, long, flowing hair, beautiful, she's got makeup all over her face, that's overly sexualised. It's not allowed. Okay. Fair enough. But then they come into the industry, then they see games that have got women in it that are of a certain age, and they're not sexualised enough. Basically, they're flat-chested, they're not tall, they're not really skinny, got hourglass form, or anything like that. So they're under-sexualised. What the fuck do you want them to do then? What exactly do you want from them? What exactly do you want from the gaming industry if you tell someone that they're over-sexualising people and they go, okay, fair enough, we'll dull it down a bit, we'll dumb it down. They dumb it down, it's still not good enough. What do you want them to do? They can't get in between because no matter how much they get in between, you aren't going to let them. Simple as, isn't it? You're not going to let them get in between. No way, no how. Not going to let them get in between. So that's step 1, bollocks. 2, one of the feminists, Anita Sarkeesian, is getting involved in the gaming industry because she believes she can make a difference to the women that are put into the games and make it so that it's a safer place for females. all bollocks. It's a load of shit. To me, it's a load of shit because no matter what men do, they're always put in the same category. If one man, say a rapist, if one man rapes a woman, they're all put in the same category with a feminist. They're all put in the same category and put in a box and shoved away. Women are the ultimate. Women are this, women are that. But yeah, some terms and some things that they come out with makes women seem that they can't defend themselves, that they are completely useless, that they can't be held responsible for anything. Such as, if she hits a man, you can't hit her back because she's female. So she's not responsible, is she not? Who's responsible? Who's responsible for her gobbing off, starting a fight, pissing people off, and then they're smacking her back and then going, oh, but I'm a girl. So what if you're a girl? It doesn't matter if you're a girl, a woman, it doesn't matter what you are. If you start something, you hold the consequences in your own hands. If you punch someone in the face, you're going to be the one who's responsible for it. You're going to be the one who's going to be held responsible. If you go to court, you go to court. If you're put in prison, you're put in prison. That's your consequence and that is your responsibility. That is no one else's responsibility but yours. Like I say, if I went up to someone and stabbed somebody, I can't go, oh, I'm female. You can't touch me. Utter bollocks. They can touch you, you're female. Doesn't matter. Feminists are giving us the wrong idea about how women should or can act. They're giving us the wrong idea. And women are seeing this more and more and more and more and testing it. Now, I don't believe in, obviously, all of what feminists say. Neither do men. And you've got to remember this. You may want to start a fight with a man, but that man will hit you back. He doesn't care about your feminist beliefs. He doesn't care about anything like that. If you hit him, he has the right to defend himself. He has the right, because it's human rights. You've got to remember, women have human rights, but so do men. You can't belittle men by putting them all in the same group and going, because that one man did something wrong, that all men have had. I've had so many shit men in my life. I have had so many. Whether it be stepfather, stepbrother, boyfriends in general, I've had shit men in my life. Doesn't mean to say I'm grouping every man together and going, okay, I'm becoming a lesbian. It doesn't mean to say that at all. Or I'm never having anything to do with men again. I'm a free woman. I'm this. I'm that. I've had many shit men in my life. It does not mean to say that you have to group men all in one fucking category and go, they're all bad. We women have to stick together. Most of my mates are male. I have girls and boyfriends. I have girlfriends and boyfriends. Doesn't mean to say that if one man does something wrong, I'm going to categorise them all into the same category. Doesn't mean that at all. And women shouldn't be doing that anyway. They're trying to get on the same podium as men. Yeah, fair enough. We're on the same podium. But you trying to kick men off theirs and make yours come up higher doesn't make any difference. It's a constant battle that people are never going to win. Women are never going to win. Men are never going to win. It's not going to happen. Because there's some things in this life that aren't fair and that aren't going to be won. It's like racism. It's like fucking religion. It's like sexism. This is what it is. It's sexism. It's the sexes, a battle of the sexes, and it isn't going to win. No one's going to win, and it ain't going to happen. This is my opinion on it, and I have the right to say it because it's called free speech, bitch. Free speech. And whether feminists like my video or not, doesn't bother me at all. If they flag it, they flag it. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Because, to be honest, I'm telling the truth. I'm speaking the truth. I am someone who lives in a community where it's a constant battle for everything. Men, women, race, gender, fucking religion, all that lot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in life. And people let it get too far. I had someone who was very religious tell me I'm going to hell because I drink alcohol. Because I moved in with a man before I'm married. Because I did other things. What exactly am I supposed to say to that? So what? If I have done things in my life that have changed my life for the better, why should I? I'm going to hell anyway, apparently, because I was born out of wedlock. Technically, I'm a sin anyway, so I'm fucked. Doesn't matter about me. But this is the thing, constant things coming together because people think their religion is better than others, because people think their gender is better than others, because people think their race is better than others. It's a constant battle. No one is ever going to win. It's pathetic, and it needs to stop. That is my opinion on feminism. I've had a little rant, about 15 minutes worth of rant. So I will leave you with this. But thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, and please just spread this around and let people see it. Because, like you say, it's a load of crap what people are coming out with nowadays. But thanks, guys, for listening to my video, and I'll see you in the next one.